Wwe Nxt, stand and deliver. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. We will find out in less than 24 hours from now. We're 24 hours away from the WrestleMania of the NXT, the biggest pay-per-view they have to offer. NXT Stand and Deliver. We're here to give our predictions and to preview the card. So yeah, lots of action this week, man. If you're a wrestling fan, then you know what, you're probably going to enjoy wrestling. If you're a wrestling fan and you think wrestling's been shite for 15 years, then you're probably not going to enjoy this weekend. We are definitely in the latter, but you know what, sometimes you've got to have a little bit of faith, you've got to have a little bit of hope, and that is why we're here on this channel. Always spreading positivity, never bashing anybody, and always praising and hoping for good shows.
That's it, that is it, can't wait for it. And talking of positivity and happiness, Chase University is where all the happiness is at.
Oh, is that we're kicking off straight away, we're getting straight into it.
That's what I'm doing. Chase University, I'm just no feeling it. Duck Hudson, or whatever, what's his name? Duck?
Yeah, I mean...
This guy's got a point. Chase University celebrate losers.
I don't think... I think the Chase University segments have been a bit lackluster since Brody left, to be honest. I think Brody and... Or you could argue it's been since that Thea Hall got inducted. I don't know. I just think Brody and... I like the duo of Brody and Andre Chase.
Andre.
It's like, Andre Chase was like... I mean... Plus, Brody looked more like a student. I don't know what age he was, but this Dick Hudson guy's like fucking nearly 30. Or if he's not 30, he looks like 30.
I'd say he's about...
It's just a bit weird that he's playing as like, you know... It's a bit weird he's playing like a student in a university gimmick. Like, I mean...
What's even weirder though? Chase U and Tyler Bate.
And then you add Tyler Bate into the mix, and the comedy element of this faction drastically goes down. It's like, what the hell? I mean,
it's almost bedtime.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler Bate and Chase U, it's two. These just don't mix, you know. It'd be like teaming up The Rock with Lance Storm. I'm so sorry to Lance Storm to bug you or bury you, but you're the only person I could think of.
Right, well, Chase U ain't The Rock.
Definitely not. And Lance Storm's way better than Tyler Bate, like so.
Aye.
Anyway, Chase U and Tyler Bate versus the Schism. Again, as much as I've just said I don't like Chase U, I like the Schism even less.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this
I like
group.
Joe Gacy and Harlan, but then they split them up, and I don't know. It just, I mean, these promos are really, really garbage. It really is like a Poundland version of the Judgment Day. Obviously, the stipulation for this one is if Chase U lose, then the Schism get to run Chase University. They'll be in charge of Chase University, which I can kind of see happening because obviously...
I think Chase University's run its course.
No, it's not even that. I mean,
I'd say so.
Well,
I like the wee term that you run its course. University courses. No?
Well, look, dipshit, it's not like it's going away. It's just going to be ran by the Schism.
Yeah, but
I think
it's not going to work. How's a university going to work being run by like a demon overlord sort of group?
So you think the Schism win, then they don't do any more segments with it, and they just throw it in the bin?
It'll be like Gothic. It'll be like...
No shit, that's why the Schism are going to win.
Yeah, so it's not going to be Chase University of old, is my point.
Oh my god, no, they're going to put their new spin on it.
Yeah, I know. Just because someone fucking woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning doesn't mean... Oh, I'm not... It's not... See the colours, it's going to go from red to like a purple. Is that alright for you? Is that alright?
Aye, that's more like it. I'm going Schism.
I'm going Schism. The Rock's daughter is going to win.
She's not in it.
Is she not?
Well, highly...
She is. No, it is. It's 4-on-4.
No, how would that even work?
There's Thea Hale's in it.
Oh, no shit, dipshit.
Yeah, and Eva Rain's in it.
Yeah, but that just doesn't work.
What do you mean it doesn't fucking work? You just said Thea Hall's in it, and now when I say the Rock's daughter, it's like, well, it doesn't work, brother. Because
how can you have 4-team tag teams with one woman in it? It's just lame as fuck. That doesn't work. Oh, the one woman tags in and the other woman has to tag in. That's dumb.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there'll be a wee loophole to it. Personally, I don't really give a shit, right? It's the worst match on the card. I think so. It probably is, actually. Maybe the one above it is, but... Aye, you know what? I'm going for Schism.
I'm going for Schism as well.
But anyway, on to the worst card. Match of the card. We're going for that?
Match of the card?
Aye, card match mania. Fallon Henley and Kiana James taking on Alba Fire. Alba. And Isla Dawn for the NXT tag titles.
Isla Dawn.
Is it? Is that how you pronounce it? Isla Dawn?
Isla Dawn.
Isla Island? Jurassic Park?
Isla Dawn.
You know what? It's like Sheamus and McIntyre, but just...
Yeah, they feuded it for about 10 years, then they decided to put them in a team. Does fuck all for me, to be honest. NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. I don't know. I can kind of see both teams winning. I feel like I feel like the champs haven't really run their course yet. But
I'll tell you what, though, like, these belts have lost their prestige since Toxic Attraction.
Well, they never really have prestige.
No, but I mean, in terms of importance, I feel like
in my opinion, there's just no reason to have an NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. A couple months ago, none of these teams existed. And then when Toxic broke up, you literally didn't have any teams.
And you had to give them it.
I think if they want to have women's tag belts, it should be one set of belts, and they go across every brand.
Yep.
Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. There's just not. I mean, honestly, man, there's not enough. There's not enough tag teams on NXT. There's not even enough tag teams on the main roster to have a set of tag. I mean, they do this all the time at Mania. They just start chucking random people together. Since when's Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez a tag team?
I know, it's ridiculous, man. It does suck, but
I'm going with the champs to retain.
I don't see no reason why the champs won't retain, no. So I'm going to go with them too.
But I mean, I can definitely see Alba Fire and Isla Dawn win. I'd say this is 50-50.
I'd say so too.
I can maybe see I can see Isla Dawn and Alba Fire winning the belts, maybe in a rematch. But I think for now, I think Kiana James and
it's just one of those matches that they're like, oh, we'll have to put it in the card.
Yeah.
It just does not belong on a Mania level NXT, does it?
No, not a lot. I mean, if you compare this card to last year's card, I think Stand and Delivers went downhill a wee bit.
Yep, I'd say so.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Well, last year you had Braun Breaker versus Dolph Ziggler. You had LA Knight versus Gunther. You had Mandy Rose versus Cora Jade versus Alba Fire versus Io Shirai as the tag team match. I'm looking at the tag team match. I'm looking at the women's match this year, and it just seems sometimes less is more. You know.
Yep.
I don't know. I just think last year's card was bigger and better. In the tag team match last week, last year you had who do you have again? You had Imperium and a couple of other people. My point is, I don't think this year's is good.
You can barely remember NXT last year.
Barely remember what happened 2 hours ago. Never mind last year. Anyway, let's talk about the Tag Team Championship match. It's Mark Coffey and Wolfgang, the champs, versus Brutus Creed and Julius Creed versus Shannon Stacks, Lorenzo, and Tony D'Angelo in an NXT Tag Team Championship match for the tag team titles. One fall to a finish. Like, is it too much to ask just to make it a wee bit interesting, make it elimination?
I know, something.
Just like this one fall to a finish. Like, it's like this just seems like a match that you would get on a normal episode of NXT.
Yeah.
You know, why not? I would like to see like one fall to a finish. I think I mean, I'd like to see, elimination. I think that'd be a bit more interesting. Or try a new matchup or something.
I really hope Tony D and Stacks win though.
Me too. Again, but I feel like they haven't really been doing much with Tony D lately. It's like I think
he's like, you've had my back, Stacks, so we're going to challenge for the tag team gold player.
No, I feel like Tony D and Chase U have offered some of the best segments on NXT, but been a wee bit lackluster
I just
lately.
don't see how Chase U works on the main roster.
No.
Tony D can, but Chase U, no. It's a no for me.
I don't see the Creed brothers winning.
No.
They've had their belt. It's either going to be the champs retain or a win for Stacks and Lorenzo. I'm going to go Stacks and Lorenzo. Team Soprano to bring it home.
Stacks and Lorenzo. Tony D and Stacks, you nugget.
Oh, how did I say?
Stacks and Lorenzo, as if it was two different people.
Hey guys, I'm sleep deprived here.
That's who I'm going with too. Right, next up with a men's match.
This match just spells out fucking jobbers for me, like.
Should this be the ladder match? I think it should be. Because I think you're right. I think the fact it's jobbers, if you add the ladder in, maybe it helps the match. And let's be real, see that women's match, man, that is going to be sloppy.
Look, see, as much as we criticise bombs and shit like this, and we criticise ricochets and, these flippy floppy guys that we don't like, I would say at least the ones in WWE, it's very rare they actually botch. I don't like Ricochet and all that, right? But I can't, like this Wes Lee guy, I don't know much about Dragon Lee, but like see this Wes Lee and this Axiom guy, anytime, I don't really see them, their work isn't really sloppy. I've just no interest in them. They're just boring, they're just bombs, they're just jobbers. Vanilla fucking midgets.
Dragonov.
No, but that's what they are. But I wouldn't say they're bad workers or whatever. I think they'd pull off a ladder match a lot better than the 6 women are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
Wait, you've a load of people here with similar sounding names. Lee, Dragunov, and all.
yeah, Lee, Dragon Lee,
Dragunov,
Dragonov,
Dragon.
McDonan. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, and it's like
And then
nobody.
just him at the end, and no one cares about.
It's like everybody in this match is under like 5'5" or something. It's like, I don't get it. North American Championships have been doing hell. Some prestigious people helped this belt. I mean, look at it now. Wesley. I never really liked the guy. I felt sorry for him. That
I'm going for Dragunov.
D-Jack should have been in this.
Sure.
Why is he not on the card? I don't know.
I'm going for Dragunov though.
I'm going to go for Wesley.
Damn.
I'm going for Wesley to retain. Moving into the ladder match for the NXT Women's Championship, we have Roxanne Perez defending against Gigi Dolan versus Lyra Valkyrie versus Tiffany Stratton versus Zoe Stark versus Indy Hartwell. Initial thoughts on the match, and
I mean, it's probably the 6th best women you've got in the roster.
is it
Well, I mean, apart from the injuries that they've got.
Lyra Valkyrie? Can he barely tell you who she is?
Just debuted.
I don't think Lyra Valkyrie should be in this match.
Well, Cora Jade's injured, isn't she?
Yep.
That's well, I mean, like I say, I couldn't even name you any other women, but again, I think this match is going to be very sloppy.
I would have put the other person in that, Sol Rooker. I think she's looked more impressive. Can hit a couple of high-flying maneuvers.
I don't like the gimmick though.
What? I
My
like to
mom
surf.
and dad were stoners, so yeah, I do what I want to do, man.
Like, why don't they do something cool? Like, I don't know, her and Riddle fucking start dating and they find out they're long-lost sisters or something like this. Their parents show up. Hey.
What, Riddle's a girl? The long lost sisters?
Alright, brother and sister, fuck
Siblings, yeah.
Siblings,
No.
aye. And then their stoner parents turn up and go, hey, no, man. Maybe their parents could be fucking Jamie Noble and Nydia, and that's why they're together in a parking.
Turns out Matt Riddle's only about 4 years younger than Jamie Noble.
Anyway, I'm going for Roxanne Perez. I don't think she should win, but I've just got a feeling now she's getting chucked. Although I guess you could argue, well, if she loses, that kind of gives her a reason why she lost or whatever. But I'm going Perez to win.
Yeah,
Should be Stratton, but I'm going Perez.
Sergio Perez to win this race to the top of the ladder.
Nobody gets that.
I get it though, that's all that matters. Are you predicting botches? I am.
Aye.
Shit ton of them. I don't think they'll try anything too risky though.
Look, I don't think I've seen one. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen. I think all the best women's gimmick matches were before they became a regular thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen one good women's gimmick match since like 2018, 17 when they started See, when they started pushing, the women get the Royal Rumble, the women get a Elimination Chamber, the women get a Money in the Bank, the women get to compete in a Hell in a Cell match. I think, honest to God, I think ever since they introduced that, there's not one match I've looked at and went, oh, that was good. That was great. Just doesn't look believable. And a lot of the times, like, the matches just don't warrant. Like, we've seen, like, what is it, Sasha Banks and was it Charlotte inside Hell in a Cell? And it's like, come on.
And the table just wouldn't break. Oh, it was awful.
Like,
It was
she doesn't weigh enough to fucking go through it. It's like, what the fuck is
she's
this?
not throwing her away enough force and all that stuff.
It's like
man.
absolute garbage. Anyway, I'm going to go for Perez.
Yeah, I'm going for Perez too.
And I tell you what, you talk about titles that have lost prestige or died. To me, this is one of them.
Literally every title on this show's died.
I mean, Mandy Rose is over a year-long title reign, and it gets ended, snuffed out like that.
Snuffed.
I don't get it. Like, I know
Sean wasn't getting any of the money off OF.
I know. Like, WWE didn't want her there, and that's fine enough. I accept that, but it's almost like they're hurting their own product. It's like, I think they should have done something. But right here, like, we'll keep you to the end of the month or whatever.
See, Triple, I don't know. McMahon did what was best for business. I think Triple H just, I don't know. He sticks his fucking big nose in. Like, whenever he smells shite, he.
No, but there should have been a program. It was just like a random. Oh, here you're going to defend the belt tonight, and then boom, you lose it.
I know. Sucked. It was a surprise, like, but. Shit.
And they gave it to someone who just was not ready. Of all the people, why her?
I know.
Honestly, I actually think rather than giving it to Roxanne Perez, they should have brought someone down from the main roster.
Yeah.
Honest to Christ, I think even Natalia won. I just.
Maybe no.
No, I do.
No, I don't. I know so.
Like, I just don't think you should give it. Well, I think someone. Well, for example, what about Sonya Deville was friends with Mandy Rose and she stood in for Mandy Rose that time her brother died and she teamed up with Toxic Attraction and they were teasing her to be the fourth member? What if they done some sort of betrayal thing?
I killed your brother to be a member of Toxic Attraction.
I was thinking more she won the belt, like.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
And it's like, ever since they got rid of Mandy Rose, then Toxic split up, and I don't think Toxic's going, I don't know, I think Toxic were better as a duo. We'll see what happens. Their singles career, see where it goes.
So we're both going with Perez.
Aye.
Next up with an unsanctioned match, and I think easily the best belt match.
It's the best belt match, like, but does anybody care about Johnny Gargano?
No. It's all about Grayson Waller.
It's like, I hate the fact that they actually have put effort into this build-up, and they took the cameras, they took the battle, they took the fight to outside Gargano's house, and it's like, there's just more over people, or people that are just over in general, that you could have used. Like, Roman Reigns hasn't been there. Could we not get something today with, I don't know, Reigns sending a couple members of the Bloodline up to Cody's house?
I know.
Honestly, I don't know, Brandy sitting there with Cody's baby would have just been more over than...
This Grayson Waller effect, the Grayson Waller effect, but
And it just doesn't seem that deep. Why is Grayson Waller going to his house?
I know it is a bit weird, that isn't it? But Johnny Gargano's been called down. I think Waller's going to get called up, so I think.
No, but think about when like Triple H turned up to Orton's house. It was fucking great.
Right, warranted
But
though.
it was warranted. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Dexter Loomis turned up to the Miz's house. Okay, he's a stalker, so you can kind of understand it. It just seems very out of character for this Grayson Waller guy to be going anywhere near Johnny Gargano's house.
Precisely, but he did, and we have to deal with it. And I think it'll be a good match.
I think Grayson Waller should win. I think it's damn near criminal
I think he should win and get called up.
without winning the NXT Championship.
Yeah, why not?
We could do that. Whatever happens, Grayson Waller for me within the next year either should get called up or be the champion.
He's very good.
Yeah, it's very good.
I like him. I like him a lot.
Grayson Waller's going places. Like, see, you know what I mean? You just look at people and you got to be honest. Like, some people. See, in NXT, I think if you're going to be considered a future star, I look at someone and I go, can I see him on like a WrestleMania main card in the future? Can I see him on a poster for WrestleMania, on a truck? Can I see him on the WrestleMania truck, the billboards? And Grayson Waller and Braun Breaker are two people that you can.
Yeah. Probably the only two.
I think that about Tony D as well.
Tony D and maybe Carmelo Hayes, but
seeing you look at Johnny,
I could see Waller and Breaker being literally near the main event.
Let's take that North American Championship match. None of them strike me as main. I don't see any of them doing anything on the main roster.
No.
See if Wesley gets called up. How does he have a career that, let's say, that's any different from a Cedric Alexander?
Never.
And I'm not just picking him out because he's black. My point was they're kind of same build, same size, and okay, they're same colour, get it right, fair enough. But it's like I just don't see Wesley doing anything that he didn't do.
Exactly.
I mean, do you agree with that?
No, I do agree with that.
Like a Tyler Bate, is a Tyler Bate ever going to be? Is Tyler Bate going to main event WrestleMania 44?
No.
Is he fucked?
Tyler Bate is Bate.
Whereas Grayson Waller and Braun Breaker, in my opinion, could main event a WrestleMania 44 in 5 years' time.
Hopefully.
But anyway, yeah, I'm going to go for Grayson Waller.
Yep, I'm going for Grayson Waller. I think it'll be a good match. Probably Michaels will try and book it like the SummerSlam match he had with Triple H unsanctioned, maybe. I can see that happening.
Possibly. But again, the feud just doesn't feel like... I don't feel the heat in it, like, you know, I don't feel like the hatred.
No.
And then I thought it was weird on the last episode of NXT, it's like Johnny Gargano disguises himself as a security cameraman. It's like the security are standing around the ring and like they're all like got a foot on top of Gargano. Just makes Gargano look like a fucking midget. Well, he is a midget, but...
Even more of a midget.
That's probably why he couldn't disguise himself as one of the security. He had to be a cameraman. Because if he was security, he'd have been way too fucking small. So, I mean...
Exactly.
I don't know. Just not a big fan of Gargano.
It's what it is.
I'm going Waller.
And we're both going Waller. Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes. I think this build-up's been horrendous.
It is. I mean, how the fuck is this their biggest... I mean...
It's literally just... Oh, that...
I'm not even joking.
That date in 2021 where they said we're the future.
I think you can make it. I think you can make a case for this not main eventing. That's how bad the build-up's been. And I would always say this: the NXT Championship for me is like the WWE Championship of NXT. It should always main event, but I think the build-up here has been fucking atrocious.
Yep.
The only problem is there's not been much build-up on the card. I mean, the only match I think that's been built up properly is probably the Grayson Waller Johnny Gargano one. And if Grayson Waller's winning, I don't really see that main eventing. Even if Johnny Gargano's winning, I don't see it main eventing. Yeah, Breaker.
Main event Johnny Gargano.
Breaker versus Carmelo Hayes. You've got the Trick Williams aspect as well. He's the Joker card, I guess.
I guess so, but I think Braun Breaker's definitely getting called up in my opinion. So
Doesn't mean he's winning, doesn't mean he's losing. We seen last year he lost to Ziggler just to win the belt back on Raw.
which was just what was that?
I mean, could they do something? The thing is, I would say if Carmelo Hayes wins, I highly doubt he's going to lose to Breaker on Raw. I don't think that would happen.
Again, I don't. Why would Dolph Ziggler's a jobber? I don't understand why last year this guy lost him. Just to win it back?
Yeah, I know.
Ludicrous.
Maybe they felt working with Ziggler would make him better.
Has it though?
It was a good. I thought it was alright.
No, it was a good feud, like, but was it the fact he was working with Ziggler? Not really.
I know, but Ziggler's alright. Like, I know we don't really like the guy, but Ziggler's no bad. Unlike our internet connection, that is very bad. But anyway, let's move on to the prediction. I'm gonna go with, you know what? Just because the build-up's been that bad, I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna go with Braun Breaker.
Aye, Braun Breaker. But Carmelo Hayes looks very weak though if he loses. Maybe he'll get called up.
He does, but does Braun Breaker not look weak if he loses to Carmelo Hayes? I get you've got Trick Williams on the outside. He could maybe do something. Maybe Trick Williams could turn on Carmelo Hayes.
It's a very dodgy thing though, because I mean, if he gets shafted out the title, does it not look weak of him just to go to the main roster and not look for revenge? It's always like loopholes with this call-up shit.
I mean, he could possibly win and then just vacate the belt. But in my opinion, that makes the next champ look shit because it's like you couldn't beat Braun Breaker. The only way you could win the belt is because he vacated and went to the main roster.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I'm going to go with Braun Breaker. I think Breaker.
Braun Breaker is going to break the system. Can't say anything other than Braun Breaker. I mean, is it a predictable card? You've loads of multi-person matches, but I still feel like it's still predictable.
Yeah, I see all the champions retaining,
which would be very boring.
Yeah,
but that's the way it's happening.
I think both tag team titles could go either way. But I see all the singles champions retaining.
Yeah, they're kind of like the staple point of this company right now.
I just the way the whole Roxanne Perez thing just seems stupid to me, and it's like I don't see them doing all this. Oh, is she going to make it? Is she not going to make it? I don't see them doing all that. Then just having her lose anyway.
Exactly. No, you're right. But that is it, guys, for Stand and Deliver. It kicks off at 1 p.m. Eastern time, which is 5 p.m. UK. So a wee bit early for us.
It's a wee bit early. I might miss the first hour. Maybe I'll watch it and work. No, wait, I'm not that sad. What are you talking about? I love wrestling, bro.
I love professional wrestling. I love ballet fighting, player. Anyway, that is it, guys.
Leave your predictions down below.
Leave it down below, and until then, peace.